Assalamu alaikum, dear recipients and dear viewers. Today we have a special guest. He has been to SIFL. He is SIFLIAN. He was learning here, and mashallah, he has achieved something in his life. He is now lecturer in the field of zoology, and he has passed commission. So today we will discuss about his achievements and his journey and etc. And this is going to be helpful and useful video today. And this going to be fruitful discussion with Mr. Iqbal Syal. So first of all, sir, I would love to have your introduction, and then I will. First question for you will be to tell me about your journey, your personal journey, and how did you come here at SIFL? Please, because you are new to all the students here. First, let's start with your introduction.
Yes, myself Iqbal Syal, and basically I'm from Jacobabad, and currently I have been appointed as a lecturer zoology at the College Education Department of SIN. As sir has asked an interesting question that how my journey began at SIFL. It's all about it all started at home. My parents, first of all, encouraged me to pursue education from anywhere. So the first thing that I noticed was that the encouragement and support that I got from my parents and family. And another thing that motivated me to pursue my passion and to get education further was the motivation that I received from my elder brother. So how my journey began at SIFL? So it was the friend of my elder brother that Fida Hussein Khoso. So he told me to join SIFL and learn a foreign language. So at the very next day, I joined SIFL, and the most interesting and thing that I saw in SIFL and that caught my attention was the community. In community, this was a community is a place where we exchange ideas. A community is a place where different students come from different places. So here you can exchange your ideas, and at that time, during my first day at SIFL, so I was struck and caught attention by the community. At that time, the senior students were present, and I was influenced by the way they were speaking. So when my turn came, I was unable to speak even a single word in front of them. But thankful to the consistent routine of community, whenever I consistently came in community and was a regular student over here, then Alhamdulillah, I gained confidence and was able to speak even more than 1 hour in front of the students or in front of the community. It was because of the consistent routine of SIFL in SSC in SIFL speaking community that we have gained. Other thing interesting that I find here in the first day of at SIFL, and there was the individual learning experience. The students would take their turn to take lessons of their English grammar and usage lessons. So they used to get their lessons individually apart from taking part in community. So this thing also, caught my attention. Another thing was the discipline in charge, who encouraged me and made me and formed me to speak, uselessly or during the community sessions. So this thing is also important. As Kaidyazm says that unity, faith, and discipline, any nation can develop. So
Right.
one thing. So one thing that the discipline that I found was because of appointing a discipline in charge in civil, and you will not find this thing at that time. I had never found such thing in other academies. So at that time, civil had such discipline in charge. So one thing you can keep in mind that civil is not a academy; it is an institute. So it has, So it has appointed such a role that caught the attention of mine at that first day. And Alhamdulillah, today, I, gained the soft skills, and, because of the persistent routine of SIFL. So Alhamdulillah, I'm unable, I'm, I can do, speak in front of you, and I can also uh, do, and I can also arrange some things that can be useful for you. Yes, sir.
Great. One thing I want to clarify that this the community that you were talking about is SSC civil speaking community, wherein we discuss every day with a different topic, and we have individual method of teaching one at a time, and we have also refined discipline over here. So these are the qualities of civil that you were talking about.
Yes, sir.
That's great. That you found civil unique in these areas
Yes, sir.
where this is matchless in these areas. Civil is matchless. So the next question of mine would be, what was the defining moment in your career that towards your achievement that you have now?
The defining moment was the interview that was taken by Sindh Public Service Commission. So it was the first interview that was taken by Sindh Public Service Commission. So what happened that there was some my batchmates who got excellent score in written part, but the one thing that was lagging behind in them, that they had no confidence in front of the panel members to speak anything like that. So as Director Simple said that the students who can who are graduate or who are alumni of from SIFL, then they will never ever hesitate in front of anyone. So that's why this thing this thing helped me a lot, that I remember this thing, that it helped me a lot, the soft skills that I have acquired at SIFL. This thing helped me to get success in interview. So whatever the soft skills like communication skills, that encompasses a major like body language. It is a major part of communication skill. So if someone is highly skilled at body language, then they can get easily our any type of interview that they can face. So the defining moment in my life was the interview, which I had successfully passed. That was because of the soft skills that I acquired at SIFL. Uh, Even regardless of the fact that my career belonged to zoology and wildlife department, but I give this credit to SIFL because of the soft skills like communication skills and the confidence that I have gained. So that's why I finally you can say that this credit can be given towards the SIFL. Yes, sir.
That's right. Actually, the same I was going to ask you now because you said that the defining moment in your journey was the role of SIFL and also actually in your personal journey as well. So my question will be the next question actually is that can you speak something more about the role of SIFL in your achievement and in all over your over the well-being of your life? What you got about your life from SIFL?
This is the journey and the education of SIFL that I have been here. It has played a pivotal role in my success. How? Let me delve into some of its components that you can find here. Whenever you come here, you do not only learn speaking skill, but also listening as well, writing skill as well, and reading skill as well. All of these skills combined in a combined way, you learn over here. So what these are known as the soft skills, if you call them. So you can label them as soft skills, which you can acquire over here. So similarly, I honed these skills in civil and utilize them during my major major moment of my life. That was my interview, and there were some other scenarios as well, or other moments as well, that I utilized these skills which I honed at civil. and still I'm using these skills to get success in any case. So that's why SIFL has played a pivotal role in my success, and I will always be giving credit to SIFL as I have given and I will be giving. Yes, sir.
Great. Uh, I will add here that they at SIFL you are learning a lot, and SIFL played no doubt pivotal role in your journey and in your life.
Yes, sir.
So the love and the value that you have on your heart is just because of director SIFL that time, the teachers of SIFL and director SIFL mostly actually. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We want to hear from you some words, some expression about director SIFL.
Yes, sir. No doubt, if we talk about director SIFL, he's the owner, and he was the first one who has established this institute. Whatever the teachers that are teaching are the students of Delta City, and whatever the academies that have been established apart from CIFL, those are themselves are the students of Director CIFL.
Yeah.
So he has played. So his role is major. If you talk about district Jacobad, so there will be many students that they have uh, launched their own institute because of the capabilities that they have acquired from Director CIFL. I can myself talk about him that whenever he was there was an event of his introduction in 2015 as I joined CIFL in December 2014. So he was introducing himself, and he shared the stories about his life, the struggles that he faced, and he also shared the important moments in his life. So one thing I found in him that was his can-do approach. He always maintained came to approach which I nowadays emulate him.
Yes.
So he said that always there's nothing that you cannot do. So that is why you must say that you can do, and such attitude is known as can do approach. And if this thing, and if you do not possess such approach, then I don't think that the success will kiss your feet. So if you want your success to kiss your feet, then you must follow such attributes in very principle. So I emulated him, and Alhamdulillah, I succeeded in getting what I desired for. And other thing that I found in him that he's a jack of all trades. He's not only author but also he is an advocate. He has played the role in leadership as well. He has been created by manager. And the other major thing above all, I want to say here that he doesn't have any kind of fear of losing job. But because of this is capable, because he is capable of getting another job. He switched from one job to another, like from lectureship to another. Then it shows that he is capable to to take part in any role. That's why I said that he's Jacob Alpes. He has been a good author as well. I think 200 plus articles in various newspapers has been published. You may find them in internet. You can search through the internet sources and read the stuff that has been published in various newspapers. It's very knowledgeable, and
Yeah, still, sorry to cut you off. Still, the write-ups of directors are being published there. Yesterday, an article was published that is about silencing dissent. Published in Daily Times, you can read it. That's lost it. Letters. Yeah, sir. Carry on, please.
so that's why that there are various topics, and I found various articles. And interesting thing was that those articles encompass various topics, different topics, not only about Islam but also worldly affairs, political affairs as well. So this thing you can find in him that he's all Jacob all traits, and he is a multi-dimensional personality. You can emulate him in order to succeed. So that's why today I can say that I emulated such much of his attributes. Although My career belong to zoology and wildlife department, but there are some shared interests that which I followed in him, and Alhamdulillah, those the attributes that I am following from him help me a lot in getting success. Yes, sir.
Fabulous, sir. We listen about director Saab, and it's actually the inspiration that you have got from director SIFL, and he is also a role model and inspirational source, no doubt, for all whosoever knows. Uh, it's gonna be last question from my side. That is, what advice you can give to students that they how should they learn from SIFL, and any advice that they can learn from your life, you can talk in this way, you can tell them in this way.
Yes, sir. My advice would be to the students is that do what 99% are not doing. You must be unique in your own self. You can see that 99% of the students do not break their goals into simple actionable steps. I can give you an example that there are some students who think that I must get an A grade in maths, but rather than thinking that they must be thinking that I must spend at least 30 minutes to practice on maths problem and review my notes. So this is what the unique thing that you can do. Whereas the 99% are thinking that they must get an A grade job. So you must be thinking about the actionable steps that you can get, that you can adopt in order to get A in maths. So that's why. And there are 99% students who do not work on their physical and mental health. This is the most important thing. If you have health, then you can do anything, whatever the things that you desire to do. So you can, with these weapons of mental and physical health, you can do. So that's why majority of the students do not think about their physical and mental health. They must think about it. And 99% of the students they do not work on developing their soft skills. The soft skills are the body language and the communication skills. Actually, the body language is part of communication skill, and there are some other things as well that you must develop. Like problem solving is also a soft skill. You may find this on a daily life that whenever a problem gets struck or uh, comes in the form of impediments, then you must have a problem solving skills. So such things are important. You must not only think about your curricular activities, you must be thinking about problem solving skills as well. So these are soft skills which are very very much important. And 99% of the students, they only focus on their academic routine. Academic routines or tasks are those which are done at your school. But what about extracurricular activities? They don't think about extracurricular activities like sketching, like reading novels and watching news or reading newspaper. These are some extracurricular activities which you can adopt. So so that's why 99% of the students do not think about their extracurricular activities, which are very much important at this stage or at this era of your life. And above all, 99% of the students uh, they they set goals, but there's no a boundary or there is no time bound. They don't set time bound goals. They make planning and they do not think about the duration that it will take. So your goals must be realistic in order to achieve them. So that's why at the end I want to say that do what 99% are not doing. You must be in the 1% that you can be and do a unique thing in your life in order to be successful.